My first job was picking strawberries out at Sobeys Island. And so I would go with my sisters and my cousins, and I'd earn a little bit of money playing around in the dirt that way. I always loved being outdoors, and my family really nurtured that in me. My grandparents and my parents, just being able to hike, camp, work on my great-grandmother's farm, picking berries was something that got me really excited about agriculture. My name is Shantae Johnson, and I am the Executive Director of Feed 'em Freedom Foundation. And our core mission is to create an educational pipeline into agriculture for Black youth and Black folks that are interested in ag, to create economic prosperity for Black Oregonians. We also focus on regional food security.
Hi, so my name is Akasha Lawrence-Spence. I'm a state senator for District 18, and I am really inspired by freedom and decision-making power, especially in communities of color, communities who have historically been robbed of decision-making power. And so for me, food sovereignty is just another part of that, enabling communities to decide what foods they have access to, where they grow it, how they grow it, and who gets to harvest it, who gets to put their hands in the dirt and sow the seeds and putting that food on the table. And if we're trying to really create the wealth that we need in the community, and that's food wealth, we have to also expand our definition of wealth. And for me, it looks like food sovereignty.
Black folks come from this rich heritage of agriculture. It's essential to our livelihood as farmers to have the things and the tools and the support that you need, but it's also essential to the community to be able to have access to good food. And so creating prosperity and bridging that wealth gap happens first with land access, because if you can get on that land and you can work that soil and you can grow the food and you can create jobs and you can create community that way.
One of the things that I'm very excited about is the fact that we were able to pass Senate Bill 1579 in this past legislative session. And what that bill does is it provides money, $15 million, to community-based organizations, which loosely defined, you guys would absolutely qualify. And it enables you to gain access to purchase land, to be able to have home ownership, to be able to help with upskilling workforces. I know that's part of your plan as well, is to help people understand different jobs and roles that they can have in food systems. And so for us, it's about really ensuring that the Freedom Foundation and all of our BIPOC farmers and producers are able to gain access to that land that is so missing in our communities. We know that in the 1920s, it was 14% of all farmers in the nation were Black farmers. And that number has decreased significantly. It's less than 2% now, even less than that. And so to be able to think about our legacy and our history in toiling this land, and to know that we've been so separated from it, that we no longer have that access, we no longer have that heritage that links us, it's something that we have to repair. And so I'm really excited for that money to get into the hands of organizations like yours to repair that harm and to create community resiliency, to really do that work.
Our vision for Feed 'em Freedom's Foundation's Black Community Food Center is to have a place where that food center would be not only an agricultural hub, but a place where people could access food, build community, and just for it to be truly a community space where people gather. We would create this pipeline into agriculture for Black youth and BIPOC youth that has 3 different types of programs. So one would look like a greenhouse management training program where youth could learn about the nursery field and be able to grow plant starts. The second program that we're looking at launching is a hydroponics program, teaching youth how to grow food in a different way besides just in the dirt, using water. The last agricultural program is mostly focused around a food waste program, looking at doing food rescue through some of our farmers markets and also our food pantries. So taking that food pantry waste and then putting it into the anaerobic digester and making compost tea. Arthur and I, my partner, we ourselves have had to visit food pantries and been food insecure. And so we want the experience to be that when families walk into the Black Community Food Center, they see something gorgeous and beautiful, beautiful Black art. They see things that reflect them and they feel welcomed in that space, and they don't feel like they're getting a handout. They just feel like they're being welcomed in.
philanthropy can step in, and the philanthropic industrial complex, whereby they are hoarding a lot of resources and a lot of money, and they can rightly give more, so much more than they give. Most foundations only give 2 to 5% of what they hold, and if they gave more and didn't put organizations like yours through hoops to get access to those monies, then we would see a rapid change for our communities. You've been doing it for a while. You've been seeing the way that you are empowering not only producers, but the communities, the consumers. Seeing this happen and being able to put your hands in the soil and be responsible for your own food and your own community is empowering. And so for me, it's bringing those systems together, bringing the policymakers, bringing the philanthropic community together to meet the community-based organizations where they already are is part of the coalition that needs to be built.
I'm excited about the future and about being able to get more active with you, and just having your support and knowing that the community has our back and is there for us means the world to us. It is the right time for us to be able to help Black farmers in this moment to realize their dreams of what they're really owed.
This is an opportunity to ensure that everyone who lives in our urban communities and our rural core has access to healthy, whole foods that will ensure our health and wellness and our resiliency long term. Thank you.